Hey guys, it's Generalkidd here. How's everyone doing today? So, for today's video, I'm going to show you guys a really cool thing that's been made in Halo Infinite, and that is the Forger, Unbroken Onyx, has actually remade the entire first mission of the Halo 3 campaign, Sierra 117, in Halo Infinite's Forge. And we are going to be playing that for this video. So you can grab this mission right now on Halo Infinite, and you need a certain game type to go along with it. It's called Halo 3 Co-op Easy. Well, there's actually 4 versions of it. There's Easy, Normal, Heroic, and Legendary. So I chose to do Easy, but you can do whatever you want. Just grab that off the file browser and the map, of course, and then you could get right into it. So me and my friend Photos Chaos, we will be playing this mission, and I'm going to be speeding it up a little bit here because we also took our time around the mission to look around and explore, find some Easter eggs and stuff, which will be pointing out what we found. But yeah, so in the interest of time, we sped this up a little bit. So instead of a 20-minute video, it'll be a little bit shorter than that. So right off the bat, we do have a lot of familiar things. We get that little Forerunner door in the middle, and it actually is literally a Forerunner door on this mission as well. So let's proceed through the mission. And I must say, it's very impressive what people can make with Halo Infinite's Forge. This is really great work by Unbroken Onyx, and it's a lot of it looks really great, almost like a true remake of Halo 3. Now, one thing I noticed is at this part, the Phantom that flies overhead does not happen here. So I thought it would happen, but it didn't. But there is something here though, and if you climb up the ledge, you will get our first Easter egg that's just above the waterfall. So I struggled to clamber here a little bit, but you'll get up eventually. And you can see right here behind the waterfall is a Johnson doll, which makes sense because in the actual Halo 3 version of this mission, Johnson and his team do climb up the hill here, and that is where they eventually go. So moving in, we have a lot of the same enemy encounters, just like on the mission Sierra 117. So yeah, it's a pretty familiar feeling. We even have the whole Phantoms dropping down here, which is like pretty perfect actually. Of course, they're banished Phantoms, but it's a pretty cool new take on this. Now, I mentioned earlier that there were Easter eggs on this mission, and so far, a lot of them are the same Easter eggs. The skull, for example, I forgot which skull that actually was in the Halo 3 campaign. I want to say it was the blind skull, but I don't remember off the top of my head. I know where all the skull locations are in Halo 3's campaign, but what I don't remember is exactly like which one is which. I know which one some of them are, but the one on this mission, I know that was a silver skull that we got in OG Halo 3, but I don't remember which one it was. But moving along, one weird thing is that we passed through a few red lights there. I'm not sure what those were for, what they do. It didn't seem to do anything or have any effect, but we just passed right through them. Moving along here, we encounter a few more enemies, and one thing, if you're wondering, there is obviously, of course, no dialogue through the campaign. It's pretty much just a straight playthrough with no dialogue. It does feel a little bit weird at moments, but it's not really a huge detriment. And it makes sense that they couldn't really include that because that's one of the limitations of Halo Infinite Forge. Also, the brute that was holding the Marine here, it's nothing there. It doesn't seem like there are any Marine dead bodies or any Marine weapons dropped there. But there are a lot of similar weapon spawns throughout the map. So we got a few more UNSC weapons here, and moving along, we were looking for some Halo 3 rats around here. We thought there would be something similar to that, but unfortunately we didn't find anything related to that. We got some more of the usual weapon spawns, some ARs and BRs here, and in this next area, we can see that the Pelican that's supposed to crash is actually just a saber, and it just flies off the map over to the edge of the dam there. And we can go in the water, but it doesn't really take us anywhere. We can't go underneath the water. It seems like it wouldn't let us crouch beneath it. And I wanted to check out to see like if there's the caveman Easter egg over the hill here, but we couldn't really climb over it, and we couldn't really see it either. So I'm not sure if the caveman Easter egg is out there or not, but there are a couple others that we can look at throughout this mission. So we'll move on and we'll proceed through the mission a little bit further, and we'll take a look at the second caveman Easter egg. I believe there are a total of 4 on this mission. In the actual Halo 3 mission, it was either 3 or 4. I can't remember. It's probably 3 actually. I think the 4th one and the 3rd one I'm probably like getting mixed up. But yeah, so next is this area with all the Jackal snipers, and this is also the area where the caveman family is going to be. A little classic Halo 3 Easter egg. So there is something here, and I will show you in a moment what it actually is in this version, because there's as far as I know, there's no like caveman object or prop that could be added to this in Halo Infinite. So what's here instead is an arcade machine and a little Halo Reach GRD doll right next to it, which is a pretty nifty version of that Easter egg. So moving along, we are now in the next section here. We've got some enemies, and we have the Phantom encounter again, which I believe should fly away. Yep, it does fly away. And of course, instead of a Crash Pelican, we have a Crash Saber instead. I haven't done too much Halo Infinite Forge. I thought there was a Pelican object. I guess I'm wrong. Maybe there wasn't a Pelican after all. Or maybe I'm thinking of like objects that are already in the map, like on Live Fire, and like unforgeable Pelicans. So that's unfortunate. There's no like actual Pelican prop or object, which I'm guessing that would be why they chose to use a Saber instead, which is still cool. But yeah. So here we're in this next section. We do see the Brute Chieftain waiting over there where Johnson would be captured. So let's make our way over there. But before we get there, one interesting thing that I noticed, and I don't know if it's related to this map or the game type, or if it's a bug with Halo Infinite in general, but you can see that my kill effects that I have, like this skull that shows up, I see them, but my teammate Photos Chaos does not see them. Whereas he has the flood kill effects, and he can see them, but I don't see them. And I'm not sure like what caused that. Is that like a bug with Infinite, or is that just how it's always been? I'm not sure, but that was a little interesting thing that we noticed here. But yeah, so moving right along, the next little Easter egg I wanted to check out is the skull, the second skull on this map. Again, I don't remember which skull it was, but it was one of the gold skulls in Halo 3. So getting up there is a little tricky by yourself, but what we did was we're going to do a little hammer launch, because with the most recent update, the hammer actually has a gravity effect to it, so when you swing it, you can actually launch people with its effect. And the skull is indeed up here. Now, if the effect wasn't there, I'm not sure how else we would be able to get up, because we couldn't, there was no collision between me and my teammates. We couldn't just double jump up there. I don't remember if that was a setting could turn on or not in custom games, but yeah, we could not jump on each other's head in this case. So, if it is a setting though, I feel like that should be enabled for a game type called Halo 3 Co-op, because there's a lot of things you could do with player collision, but that wasn't an option in this case, at least in the default settings of this particular game type. But yeah, so there were no Marines in there until you activate the switch, and the Marines just spawn in. For whatever reason, I guess that's just the way it had to be done. But yeah, so Marines spawn in, and we have like one final AI encounter here. We just got to clear the enemies, and shortly after we clear the enemies, the final segment of this mission will begin. And okay, so all the enemies are dead here, and the Pelican, quote unquote, that comes to pick us up is once again a Saber, and it does take its sweet time landing. Remember, this video is being sped up a bit too, so it takes a while here, but in game it did take a very long time for it to land. And once it does land, it spawns a little goal area here, and we just gotta stand inside, and we did it. We beat the mission. So yeah, there you guys have it. That is the first mission of Halo 3, Sierra 117, remade in Halo Infinite's Forge. And I must say, it is really cool. It's a really cool mission, and Unbroken Onyx did a really great job remaking it. So yeah, that about wraps it up for this video. Like I said, if you want to try this map out and the mission, you can just grab it right off the file browser on Halo Infinite right now. And make sure to grab the game type as well. You can pick whatever difficulty game type you want. And it does work on co-op. obviously, as you just saw. So yeah, if you do try it out, hopefully you enjoy it. But aside from that, make sure to leave a like for this video. Leave thoughts in the comments. Let me know if there's anything else you check out look into. Aside from that, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.